Let's talk.
Good afternoon, welcome back. It is the sunny side on 92.3 Nigeria Info. 11 minutes gone past 2. I am Gabriella. We're on the 9th day in the month of June, and that means that we have yet another day to have conversations such as the one we're about to have. 2023 is 2 years away or so, but the conversations about the upcoming elections in that year have been quite interesting, I must say. And so we're going to talk about yet another report that has the North Central leaders demanding presidency in 2023. Now, according to reports on the leadership newspapers, the North Central People's Forum, the NCPF, have demanded for the next president of Nigeria to come from the zone in 2023. Because, according to them, the zone represents a rallying point for unity, and security since the last civil war. Now, this is just as the forum had planned to convene a security and peace summit as part of efforts to prefer a lasting solution to insecurity in the north central zone of the country. Now, these were disclosed by the publicity secretary of the NCPF, Sule Audu Dixon, and the chairman publicity subcommittee for the planned summit, Dr. Tunde Olushunle, during the interaction with journalists in Abuja. Now, the group said that if the presidency slot is given to them, that is to the zone, the North Central zone, the rising wave of insecurity will be checkmate. Reasoning that the North Central zone was responsible and has continued to be the reason, or rather the beacon of peace and harmony after the last civil war. Now, the firm also noted that the zone needs development and is prepared to pursue that development with the federal government and with the cooperation of their governors, irrespective of political affiliations. So the questions that this brings to mind is the issue of zoning. That has been a conversation every now and then. We'll talk about zoning. Can it work? Should it work? Will it work? What are the impacts, the pros, the cons? So I want to know what you think. Can zoning for presidency work? Let's start from there. Can it actually work? And going forward, how do you think that zoning will impact on our electoral processes? How exactly will zoning impact on our electoral processes? Some argue and say it's going to make things easier. It will make things easier. Some argue not. As a matter of fact, argue the direct opposite. But what do you think? What's your argument? What are your thoughts? Let's talk. Call in live. The phone lines are open. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007, or the female line 0817 923 0009. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. What are your thoughts? Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Gabi.
Hello, good afternoon.
Zoning for me is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. So, zoning will work. Zoning will not work. It depends on us. It depends on our design. So what do I mean? Nigerians are yet to sit down to design a recruitment pathway for who would lead us. So for most of our leadership life, we think the Yorubas are the best leaders, the Hausas are the best leaders, all of the Igbos will make better sense. Now the middle belt, but it's not predicated on value. So we have not articulated what qualities, what clear characteristics the leader of the Nigerian people must have. So what level of educational expression? So for now we've lowered it to maybe school cert or something. But then even if you have school cert, it doesn't guarantee that you're a good leader or a bad leader. But then we should be able to design and highlight our expectations in such clear terms that will define leadership to a great extent. It's on that ground that we can say, okay, is there a northerner, is there a citizen of an individual of the North Central region or Northeast or Northwest that can fit into this template? Is there an Easterner that can fit into this template? Because wherever you come from, you must fit into that template. Then we can say zoning can work. Otherwise, an Igbo man in the sense of being an Igbo man or a Hausa man in the sense of being a Hausa man will not necessarily make proper sense for leadership. Okay, so that's where we have missed it over and over again. So the one thing Nigeria should be conversing on now is what do we really need in terms of advancement, in terms of progress, in terms of credentials for leadership. What are your antecedents? What is your vision? Is there a Nigerian dream? Is there a Nigerian vision that the people will sign up to? If this is, then we are creating a system that can work for us, and anybody who comes into an institution. So the leadership of Nigeria is an institution, not an individual. That's where zoning can work. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Thank you so much for that. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, do well to call back. Remember, we're on Facebook as well. We're streaming on live, so you can watch us as you comment on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can join the live conversation on there and drop your thoughts. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
The North Central Zone, if Katsina State is in the North Central Zone, then it means that they are producing the best president when it's possible because the president is from Katsina State.
What?
If Katsina State is not in the North Central Zone.
What exactly are you saying?
Hello?
What are you saying? Oh my goodness. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003. You can also call 0817 923 0007 or 0817 923 0009. On WhatsApp, it's 0809 030 6416. On Facebook, it's at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Good afternoon.
Good day, Gabriella.
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Charlie from Bugman.
Go ahead.
All right. I think zoning is good and it's going to work if the political gladiators wish to follow the zoning system strictly. You will recall that Southwest, they've been dominating the presidential seat. Then partially the Southeast. If you look critically, the middle belt, that's the North Central, their education is not out of place. In fact, after General Yakubu Gowon's rule, I don't think any person from Southwest has ruled Nigeria. Gabriella, I don't know if you can tell me. Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think for purpose of equity, fairness, and justice in Nigeria, we should follow the zoning. Fortunately, we have 6 political zones: the Southwest, the Southeast, the North Central, the Northwest. Accordingly, so it will pacify everybody. I also always hold this opinion, Gabriella. Restructuring is good. People advocate for restructuring, true federalism, power devolution, and all that. But I've come to realize that Nigerians, we are very, very tribalistic. The ethnic sentiment, tribalism, religious sentiment is one problem we have, serious problem. And so to come out of this problem, let there be zoning where everybody will be treated equally and will be.
I think I got your thoughts. Sadly, I can't hear you anymore, but thank you very much for sharing that. So, I'm going to respond to the previous caller who was talking about Kaduna State shortly, but Let's take some messages that are coming in on WhatsApp. Ezekiel Isaiah says zoning is good because it will give us the principle of equality and fairness, and the particular tribe will develop his own area and it will go round. Ezekiel Isaiah from Umudara. Okay. Endwell from Port Harcourt says, I do not believe in power rotation. It is very undemocratic and it is a typical disenfranchisement. Anyone who wants to contest for the seat of the president should come out, contest, and vote. If anyone wins, they win. There is no such thing as zoning. If Nigeria has the mindset of zoning or power rotation system, that means we have come to the agreement that we are not one. What a way to look at it, Endwell. What a way to look at it. Thank you for sharing, by the way. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Zoning is quite undemocratic. Zoning gives room for the disenfranchisement of those who intend to participate in electoral processes. The problem we have in Nigeria is not about the zoning. The problem is dishonesty. The problem is that we have not set up an electoral college, a process that will make a globally accepted person, a nationally accepted person to emerge as the presidential candidate or governorship candidate or whichever position he's going in for. The Nigerians are characterized by gerrymandering and unnecessary lobbying with the view of making their own person, their own greedy person, their own selfish person to be in power. If actually you think Nigeria is one, what you do is allow the whole Nigeria to exercise their franchise, to come out and then showcase himself or herself for what he can do for us. So zoning is quite undemocratic and results to this disenfranchisement. I'm John Woman calling you from Rumolumene.
Thank you so much for calling. Good afternoon. Oh dear, do want to call back 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007, or 0817 923 0009. Good afternoon, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Mr. Zion.
Go ahead.
Zoning is not good. Zoning produces incompetent leadership. Zoning produces unprepared minds. Zoning absolutely destructured the system, and the structure or the substance of the structure can't be felt because power was only given to them. They didn't take the power. The purpose of building a system, it is when you have people that understand how the system runs. You zone so power to certain zone, and the people were not prepared because it's meant for that zone. What do you think will come out of it? Half-baked policies. Policies that will subject the people into poverty. Policies that will divide the people. Because the person they projected to represent them from that zone is not prepared. He doesn't know the antics. He doesn't know the techniques in public principles, public administration. He knows nothing about it. Because he's hoping that the people that projected him are going to help him. See, when you are not prepared for an exam, you will fail. When you are not prepared for a power, you will destabilize the system. So either you kill the power or the power will kill you. This zoning is the problem here in Nigeria. You are zoning such authentic power. You are zoning such office to an environment that the people does not know the principles that guide it. What do you think will come out of it? You don't know how to drive. You took a car. What will happen? You will crash. And this is the problem. We have been crashed now. The system is crashed because people who don't know how to operate the system are handling it. But when you allow the system to be run by professionals, in 4 years, I will be preparing for that office because what? I want to be there. I am competent. I'm dynamic enough to handle that office. You did not force me that at the end I will blame you. No, I came in because I felt I'm responsible. My credentials can prove me right. So this is all the problem we are having. Zoning to the south, zoning to the west, zone it to here. Here you are zoning it to, and the people you bring, how competent are they? They will cause trouble and walk away. We'll be suffering here now. Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Well, for those who might be curious, I got a message on WhatsApp, by the way, some time ago. This person is Faith, I believe. Oh, yes, that's Faith. So Faith was asking, please, what states comprise of North Central? So there are 7 states that make up the North Central part of the nation. You have Niger, you have Kogi State, you have Benue State, Plateau State, Nasarawa State, Kwara, and the FCT. They make up the North Central part of the nation. You have the Northeast, the Northwest, and Kaduna State falls under the northwestern part of Nigeria. So what this forum is saying is the next president should come from either Niger State or Kogi State or Benue or Plateau State or Nasarawa or Kwara or the FCT. What are your thoughts? Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I've been listening to people making contribution rest of this matter. And Nigeria, as we speak, should model our own system to solve the problems in our country. What has worked in the United States cannot work in Nigeria. What works in a neighboring country here, Ghana, and Nigeria, cannot work in Nigeria. I am of the opinion that zoning can be able to solve some of the problems we have here in Nigeria. The issue of looking at people are not competent, zoning is going to bring out unqualified people. I totally will not align myself with that, because there is no region that will have qualified people that can be able to mine or pilot the side of the country. I do not agree with them. However, for we to do this successfully, we must now look at a framework, which is the Constitution, to recognize the policies and capability of those persons that may come from a particular region or a state or geopolitical zone, as we can call it, that will be preparing for this position. I think zoning is the key. Looking at zoning power to the north again, Nigeria is divided into 2 constitutionally, which is the north and the south. If you can take back what got Buhari, was for the reason the fact that Gabriella was unable to complete his tenure, hence we have to clarify that problem. It is now the opportunity of the South to also produce the next president. Now the question is that where will this president be coming from the South? Since we have the Southwest, Southeast, and South-South.
Right.
The South-South has taken care of that. I am from South-South, in the person of Jonathan, who do this stage. That of the Southwest have their 80s. If we deprive the Southeast from pushing the candidate, are we being rational in our thinking? It would not bring the suggestion that the Southeast have been marginalized, or everything that's happening in Nigeria is just for us taking down this set of people. I am of the opinion that we must look at this zoning system, respect the zoning system. If we try it and it's not working, we can revert to the other thing. But for now, let us respect the zoning system. And the zoning system is now within North and South.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Take a very quick break now, and when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go away.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001-8162 and let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001
92.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back to the show. It's the sunny side right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info, your number one talk news and sports radio station. 28 minutes on the clock. I'm Gabriella. On this hour, we're talking about the idea of zoning. Should we consider that idea come 2023 for elections? Well, the North Central leaders think it might be a great idea, as they are demanding, as a matter of fact, presidency in 2023. Now, the North Central People's Forum demanded that from the next president of Nigeria should come from that zone, the North Central, in 2023, because according to them, they represent a rallying point for unity and security since the last civil war. Now, they also went on to say that if they produce the next president, if that presidency slot is given to them, that the rising wave of insecurity will be checkmated, reasoning that the North Central Zone was responsible and has continued to be the beacon of peace and harmony since after the last civil war. Now, I'm asking, do you think perhaps zoning could work if we strongly consider it for the presidential elections come 2023? And how do you think zoning will impact on our electoral processes? The phone lines are still open, so let's talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Baseman Anthony.
Go ahead.
The problem with Nigeria is that we speak too much grammar. There is too much grammar. And this grammar is not our own. It's not our language. We just inherit it from the Britain. The people that had their transit were just here speaking much grammar. Okay, somebody is qualified. Has he contested for even a local councillor before? What political office has he contested before? We have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare our men. We have to be focused. We have to know what we are looking for. We have to unite ourselves. We don't like ourselves. We are divided. That's why the few are ruling, are using us as they like. Then we have, this is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. What people are suffering, and the headquarters of poverty is a shame.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on WhatsApp. It's 0809 030 6416. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio and go ahead.
Yes, I've done. My name is Dr. Dana.
All right.
Zoning is okay, but you can't zone to every village, every house. Zoning is usually done on a larger platform. Like the presidency, if you watch the history very well, is between the north and the south. So if now it has gone to the north, they've ruled for 50 years. The next one is coming to the south. So if you're strong, then lobby for people to vote for you, not to divide it again into 6 other geopolitical zones. It won't work that way. For their information, the next president of this country is going to come from South, and that is Right Honorable Rotimi. Thank you very much.
That is, please disregard the last part of that man's sentence. Please disregard all of that he said. This is not a platform to publicize or promote or campaign for your candidates or to whatever regard or to whatever capacity. So please disregard the last part of what he said. This is not a platform to do so. On WhatsApp, Gabby, zoning or not, what we need is a good leader, a true Democrat, a university graduate is the right person for Nigeria. Don Noble says. All right. Good afternoon. On WhatsApp still, let's see. This here says, Gabriella, for me, the only way to solve Nigeria's problem is to adopt the electoral college system. Nigerians do not need to vote for the president directly anymore. Let us have a system whereby every zone has equal senator or lawmakers, as the case might be, so the voices will be heard equally. If we have equal senators from each region and these senators vote for the president for us, I think it will balance the whole tribal imbalances. Some regions or zones have more population than the other. So if a zone has higher population, bring a candidate. And Nigerians vote directly for the president, then the zone or region with the highest population has greater chances of winning the election. And that's why the North seems to have been producing more presidents, and it will always might remain that way. Imagine if Nigeria was made up of 2 states. That means that one state could never produce a president because they can't beat the other state's population. But with equal senators from each of these states voting for the president directly, it will have a balance. Endwell from Port Harcourt says. All right, Endwell, thank you so much for sending that in. Good afternoon. Hello. All right, you all call back. Remember, we're on Facebook, so you can watch us as you comment on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Chris Tarman says, I beg to differ. There is no zone that is not prepared to rule. Everyone is prepared. It's by God's grace we get a man after God's heart. This country can be saved. All right, Krista Man, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Kelechi. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Talk to me.
Okay, the problem we have a problem currently. We have every ethnic group feeling alienated. We have people like this saying we are the Northerners, we are the Southerners, we are East, we are West. The truth is that we have a fragmented country, and we cannot solve this problem with the same thinking that created it. If we continue to make it a survival of the fittest, we will see that a particular ethnic group like the North will continue to dominate. They will continue to decide what happens to the minority. I think we need to get the zoning formula enshrined in our constitution. We may not need to let's adopt the zonal approach and the way we are in regions where we have south, southeast, southwest, and all that. If we have every zone take a shot at the presidency in a sequence that has been enshrined in our constitution, people will feel belonged. You know, even at home, even when you have children, if you have something you have to give out and tell this particular child, I have given you this phone, the next one I'm bringing belongs to the other person. You see, the children, they will wait. They will take their turn. You know, it's sort of help. For me, I have used it to solve conflict at home. I'm not saying that a country should be managed like children, but a country is like a living organism. So the needs that human beings have, society also have those needs. So we need to find a way to use the kind of organistic model to begin to solve the problem of this country. Otherwise, we will be back here talking about the same problem, tribal problem. Even our grandchildren will still meet this problem, and it will be solved. And who said them? This thing may not be static. If we graduate to the point where people have matured enough to now say, okay, no. We're like America, everybody is one. People can take the shot regardless of where they are coming from and all that. We review our constitution, we grow, but we need to grow so that we don't just adopt what somebody is doing somewhere and say because we're a democratic institution, we're doing this one. So let's have a homegrown model that will work for Nigeria to solve a Nigerian problem.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I like where you put that. On Facebook now, Bright Aza says, we need strong and transparent electoral systems that will allow the best candidates win without any fraudulent activity. All right, Bright. KK Chijoke, still on Facebook, says, when you zone, he says, when you say zoning, it requires a group or a tribe to rule over others. I do not believe it's the best way. What we need is just a person, not minding tribe or group, who can deliver good work squarely and evenly. Thank you, Chijoke, for your thoughts. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Talk to me.
I think. So I don't want to say something that will help me out. But the truth is that we are not ready. The country is not ready. So the president used to go to America. To Britain to go and take treatment, medical treatment.
Moving on. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Daniel.
Go ahead, Daniel.
First of all, we're Nigerian. And in this country, democracy have to do with numbers. The northern part of Nigeria have more local government, have more states. They have more people representing us, both in the Senate and the House of Assembly. So if you look at it in the name of democracy, they are more advantaged than the South when it comes to the issue of numbers. If you take off zoning, it means that the South may stay 30 years without ruling this country. We're Nigerian and we have to make use of what we have. The rule has been, after the North, it goes back to the South. And the electoral system we have here cannot encourage any smaller party to come and win election. That's just the reality. Because you need money, you need to know people. As common says that you need to be on the ground. If you don't have those things, you won't win it. So for me, whoever that is agitating for not to become a president is just doing that because he wants to speak. It is the turn of the South, and I believe when you come to the South here,
are we even taking turns?
We must have the
is
best
that a reality? Are we taking turns? Are we saying, oh, it's your turn now, tomorrow it's going to be my turn? Is that what we're doing?
What we're doing is that it's our turn does not mean that when you become a president, you become a president of the South. But we are saying the reality, just like your question from now to 2023. And the reality is that these individuals have the game of number more than the South in everything. And if we didn't say this zone will take it off from our side, we are in a very major disadvantage. And when it's about justice demands that when you have your share, I should have my share. But when a particular people begin to take it, it meaning that the other individual may be feeling that they didn't belong here. And that is what is bringing a crisis to society. In as much as we think that zoning is not good or zoning is that, but take it only, it brings equity. It brings sense of belonging. It brings people to begin to think this is Nigerian. When we get to the level that we have to think of best brain, maybe you have electoral college that will encourage best brain, then fine, we'll go for it. Everything is a process. You can't count 3 without counting 1. The process we are now is zoning. And we must continue with it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
I'm going to have to let you go. I'm sorry. When you do call, turn off your radio. Henry Mba on Facebook says, so they want to be president first before providing solution to the problems in Nigeria that only them have the solution to. Every zone in Nigeria has credible and qualified candidates, and until the masses stop voting in presidents based on the fact that they have structure and they are on ground, which is the only means to stop recycling the same group of politicians, we won't get it right. Henry Mbat, thank you so much for your message there. Duke Umar Essien says, I think since Nigeria as a country is staring into 6 geopolitical zones, each zone should be represented equally, as in the case of federal character principles. The Northerners are represented through the president. If Nigeria belongs to us all, then the zoning should be considered in order for each zone to be represented. All right, thank you very much for your thoughts, Duke. On WhatsApp now, let's see. Harold says, zoning is the brainchild of an underlying systemic problem. Ethnocentrism and our inability to live as one. Zoning is never democratic. It's the same problem as the president and presidency, quote unquote. All right, Harold, for sending that in. Thank you. Stephen from Agba and Dele says, Gabriella, the problem of this great country is not in the zoning process. No, the problem is that our leaders so far have not left colonialist mentality. The USA has more states than ours, yet they have not made zoning a prime issue. Wherever the president will come from, all we need is democracy in practice rather than nepotism and favoritism. We need true Democrats. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Gabby, how are you?
Very well. Go ahead.
I think it's time Africans begin to look at democracy from their own psychological perspective. Come to think of it, if you look at Nigeria and Nigerians, how they behave, you see that the issue of zoning will go a long way to help us in the area of peace. Well, I see some of them begin to say, that man there is my brother. He comes from my zone. And they are not ready to fight trouble at that point. Not because he is performing very well. And again, the big question is, since 1999, we have not been having zoning. Have we had democracy? No, we have not had anybody that know what it takes to run democracy as a president, even as a governor. And that's not to be corrected. Since 1999 till now, we don't have democracy. What we have is a mere civil that is on. We don't have democracy here. People who don't respect constitution, who flout court orders, and still sit in that same place. Look at what is happening with Jason. Somebody came out to pronounce that I have granted autonomy, and the next minute he's threatening with no work, no pay. That is having bad water and good water from the same mouth. So I think there's nothing. There's nothing with Sony. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Democracy and in Nigeria and this thing you're talking about right now, I don't think outside Obasanjo we have implemented it. But my problem with all of this is the tribalism has grown so much that you just have to find a way to go with the status quo. Currently, I think there is an amendment of the law in front of His Excellency the President of this country after election. They have not signed that yet. Why? Giving us like 2 years, less than 2 years before election. So if you ask me, it is best that what is in the Constitution presently, they can work on it, find a way to ensure that those democratic processes that are already described in our Constitution should be followed. That will create a pathway for enabling everybody to arise and want to contest for any position. But as it stands now, it's about the guys saying, they are saying, let's take it to the South. Let's do it to the South. We are ready to support the South. Meaning that they want to ensure that the South comes fully. They want the South to go back to the move. So what country will grow with such mindset? No. But if we start doing things like restructuring and making the position unattractive as far money-wise, you will see that credible people will start going for that position. And we will not even begin to look at where they are coming from or not.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. We've got about 4 minutes for this conversation, so you can call in live 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007 or 0817-923-0009. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. How do you think zoning will impact our electoral process? That's the question. Good afternoon.
Yeah, my dear, good afternoon. How are you?
Very well. Go ahead.
My name is Manu Bani.
All right.
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Talk to me.
Yeah, zoning seems to come close to how we can manage the electoral process, but the country's imbalance was crafted by the military from 1975. After Gowon, we had 4 regions. Today, one region north has 19 states. The former west has 6. So there is a structure that was crafted by clever chaps, knowing that the state structure and the zoning structure will come. Even today, north has 3 zones. While in the east here we have, southeast and part of south is the former east. And then the west is, how many zones? Just 1 zone. So this problem of Nigeria, or none of it, I would say, the level we are now is the level of our civilization. It reflects the Nigerian progress state, the way our level of civilization, the cheating tendency. Anybody that comes, recently a governor rescued a lady who was accused of stealing, 4.5 billion in 4 months. Governor went there, rescued her, and the mother has died. That reflects the level of our civilization. What you have in Nigeria today, for some people, is good. Those in Senate and House of Reps are rejoicing. Those who are outside are complaining. That is the level of our civilization. But the zoning method can be used to kind of address partially the problem. But even with that, complaints will still continue because that's the level of our civilization for now. Thank you.
All right. On Facebook, Imo Jackson says zoning is the way to go because of the fact that the North has numerical advantage over the South. Ihai Chuku, Laribet says zoning is very important and brings a sense of belonging to the society. From 1999 to 2007, the southwest zone of the country took its own fair share. Same goes to the south zone of the country, including the north. The next president should come from the southeast zone of the country. Igbagiri Manuel says power should rotate. All right, to take a final caller and wrap the conversation up. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're my final caller. Go ahead.
All right. Whether zoning or not zoning, for now, that is not what Nigerians are supposed to be talking about. What we're supposed to be talking about is people that will be intellectuals, the people that will set the country in a proper state. Not you and this person or that person, they start doing sentiment. Once they put zoning in front, automatically everything will be sentimental. They should keep all those sentiments aside. What we need is intellectuals, people that will set things in place. Nigeria is backward. What are we talking about zoning? The vice president of America is not a black woman. Why didn't they talk about zoning? So that's my take.
Thank you very much for sharing. On that note, the show comes to an end, but the conversation continues right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info with Dio on Hard Facts right after Rivers today at 3 o'clock. I'm Gabriella. Don't forget, I'll be here again tomorrow for more conversations on the sunny side. Stay safe.